Welcome back to Shadow Rift Edition 1. We are trying to stop the Necromancers from taking over the town. And I'm not sure how we're doing, but let's just begin. First thing we do is we draw cards. So I've reshuffled everything. I put the cards that needed to be drawn on top, so that's why they're all shuffled in the stack. So we draw 5, 3, 4, 5. So player 1 draws a might. Okay, I got to remember that. Prowess, 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 prowess. So the might card, and you do this immediately during the draw. Draw another card when you draw might. So we get to draw an extra card. And we draw a wound card. Well, okay. So we have 4 prowess, a might, and a wound card. Not bad. Player 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And what do we get here? A seal, a strike card, another strike card, 1 prowess, and a wound. Not particularly exciting. Alright, that's drawing cards. Now we refresh the town. So all of the cards that were here out in the town go away. And we refresh the town. So we only have 1 card, so we're going to have to shuffle everything. So that one's going to definitely come out. And the town deck, as I throw them on the floor, needs to be quickly shuffled here. And then we're going to see which 5 townsfolk are coming out this time. So quick little shuffle. So the first one that's coming out is we get the Smith. And the Smith, spend a gold when attacking to get +1 hit. That's excellent. That might mean we can kill off one thing. Our second guy is a guard. Our third guy is a guard. Lots of guards in town. The child, which is kind of useless. Well, let's get a good one. What do we got here? The witch, the witch. No, the farmer, which gives us a prowess. That's refreshing the town. Next up, we're going to refresh the traveler deck. So we get 2 travelers. We get the priest. Okay, what is he? He's the town traveler. Well, move a card from the monster power area to the bottom of the monster deck. Or monsters lose 2 power points. Ooh, 3 prowess, 2 gold to recruit the priest to town. And our next one is the Backstabber, an infiltrator. If a guard is in play when the Backstabber is revealed in town, remove Backstabber. Otherwise, add a corpse, unless a hero takes a wound. So, unless the guard keeps this guy in check, he's going to start adding corpses. So if a guard is in play when the Backstabber is revealed in town, remove. Oh, so he gets removed if he comes up with a guard. Well, yeah, he's not going to show up for a while, but that's a pretty awful guy to have hanging around town, a Backstabber. All right, that was refreshing the travelers. Let's go to the monsters area and deal with that. Okay, monsters in play act. We only have 1 monster in play. It's going to go from 1 to 2, so it's going to slide over here to position 2, and on 2 it says, if there is a corpse in play. There is not. Good for us. Remove it and add a zombie. Well, we don't have to, and that's not a problem. 3 health points left of 6. Maybe we can get rid of this guy. Not sure. All right, that was step 1, monsters in play act. The step 2 of the monster phase is monsters gain power. Yeah, we're at 3, 2-player game. We're going to 5. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. Add new monsters. Well, indeed. Indeed. This guy costs 5. We have 5, which means I'm just going to remove the die. We have 0, but the reanimator comes out. We now have 2 monsters in play. Not good. And they're both reanimators. Okay, not too bad. Now let's go and do the Heroes Act. And that's going to be player 1, player 2, and we're going to try and do some good stuff this time. All right, let's have our players act. I think we're going to have player 2 do his stuff first. And what he's going to do is he has only 1 prowess in his hand, a couple strikes, a seal, and a wound. So what he's going to do is he's going to use the farmer. Now the farmer gives you +1 prowess, however you'd like to say it. And so we're going to use the farmer, which is going to give him 2. And with 2 prowess, we are able to discard this because it says you may pay 2 prowess to remove the wound from your hand. This was in his hand. We're paying 2. Goes back to the giant wound pile. So we've got rid of the wound out of our hand. It won't clutter us up anymore. The seal doesn't do much for us right now, except give us a magic or put the top card of the monster deck on the bottom, but we don't even know what it is, so we're just, again, we're not going to use it. But we do have 2 strikes, and he's already used the farmer to get rid of his wound, so that was probably a dumb thing to do. But anyway, he's going to go ahead and he's going to use both strikes. Now it's going to do 1 melee hit and another melee hit. You only take 1 wound card per attack on one monster. So even if you hit it multiple times, you're still only going to take 1 wound. So he's going to hit it twice. Now remember, these are quick actions, not action actions. So you can do as many as you like. So he's going to do his 2 strikes. He's going to do 2 damage to the damaged reanimator. That's going to give it 5 wounds of 6. 1 more wound, dead. That's going to take care of player 2. We just got rid of that wound out of her hand, but he has to get another one because of the melee attacks against Reanimator. Over to player 1. What is player 1 going to do? Well, player 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prowess points. And that's a lot. And there's a couple of things I could do. I could spend 2 of them to get rid of my wound, which I think I'm going to do. Because having wounds in your hand is just really annoying. Spending 2, getting rid of the wound, it is gone. And I still have 3 left. And with the 3 left, I think we're going to recruit the priest. Now the priest needs 3 prowess and 2 gold. So we're going to take 2 gold coins and his 3 prowess. We're going to recruit the priest into our town. The more useful townsfolk we have, the easier our life will be in the long run. So we're going to take those 2 coins, 3 prowess. We're recruiting the priest. That is going to conclude the first part of this episode. So continuing on, we're just going to go into another turn. And the first part is drawing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for player 1. Keeping in mind, might cards make you draw more. So explore, prowess, 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 and a strike. Okay, not bad. And the 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for player 2. Prowess, might. Okay, we got to draw another card. Fireball, explore, prowess. All right, so draw another card for might. Gets another prowess. He gets 1, 2. So basically 3, 4 prowess and 1 fireball. Now let's hope the witch comes out, because the witch gives us a magic. We'll be able to use some extra stuff here. All right, that's player 2. Next up, refresh the town. Well, all of these guys are going away to the bottom of the deck. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new townsfolk are going to be appearing this time. The first one we get is the merchant, which is going to give 1 player or a coin, a guard, the stonemason again, reduce the cost of a wall by 2 gold. We have another guard, and what do we have? The witch. Oh, excellent. The witch. Just what I was hoping was going to show up. Now the traveler's deck needs to be reloaded. We get an explorer. You may put the top card of the monster deck on the bottom. So that's just, she just lets you do that. 3 prowess, 1 gold to recruit the explorer. And we have the sage. Take a spell without paying its cost. Put it into your discard pile. Whoa, that is awesome. But it's 5 prowess, 2 gold. So, boy, that's a tough one to get. I don't think anyone has the ability to do that. Okay, that was refreshing our town, refreshing our travelers. Over to the monster area. Okay, Monsterville. And how the monsters work, of course. First up, monsters in play act. And we start from the rightmost, and then we work our way that way. So, monster in the number 2 position moves to the monster number 3 position. This one is the one that has 5 damage of 6 health. When it moves to number 3, it says, if there's a corpse in play, there isn't, remove it and add a zombie. So we've been lucky so far. The special abilities of the reanimator have not taken effect. This one, of course, now, so we're moving right to left here. This one moves to position 1. Activate powers. Well, again, there are no power cards. No powers over here in the power area. Nothing much is going to happen. Now what we do, monsters gain power. 2-player game, we have 0 power. We now have 2 power. And next up, we add new monsters. So let's see what we get here. This one is a ghoul. And it's a 4. It costs 4 to bring him out. 7 health. Ouch. Heal 1 each round per zombie in play. So it's just an ongoing effect. Heal 1 each round per zombie play. So this guy heals 1 for every zombie in play. But there aren't any. First up, kill a guard. Add a zombie if a guard dies. Whoa, that's really bad. 2 is activate powers. 3, kill a prince. Rampage. Rampage means it's going to move back to the number 1 position, or back to the start position, I believe. I will make sure I know where that goes. But rampage just means instead of exiting the board into the monster power area, it's just going to recycle itself. So it's just going to, the ghoul is just going to keep hanging around doing its nasty stuff. That was add new monsters. Now we only have 2 power, cost 4. He's not coming out. But if we don't deal with him this time, we're going to have 4 power next turn. He will come out. And then he has 7 health. That's a really tough nut to crack for getting rid of. So now we're on to the heroes act. So this is going to end off this episode as we have our heroes do their stuff. Okay, all set to go. What we're going to do here is player 1 here is going to use his strike, but he's going to pay 2 prowess. This hit is arranged instead, so he's going to use the strike card, 2 prowess, turning this strike into a ranged attack, which means I'm not going to take a damage or a wound for using it. And that's going to do 1 damage to the reanimator over here that's already got 5 damage. It's going to kill it. What happens is when you kill one of the monsters in the monster area, of course it goes away, but you look at the number of symbols on the side here, and this is the number of heroism cards that are going to be dealt out. Now there's 2 here, so it means player 1 did the kill. Player 1 gets a heroism card at his discard pile, but then because there's 2 here, player 2 is also going to get a heroism card in his discard pile. So that's pretty awesome. And then how heroism works in the game, the heroism cards, is it has to be distributed evenly. And so there's a little token here which represents who gets the next heroism card. And so how this is going to work, this guy's dead. He's going to go down to the bottom of the monster pile. So the monsters don't disappear from the game, they just keep recycling. It's going to the bottom of the monster pile, and we're going to get 2 heroism cards handed out. So we killed our first monster, but you know, they just keep coming. I'm going to leave this token here on this side to remind me that the next heroism card goes to player 1. Now why this is the way it is because player 1 killed the monster, gets a heroism card. Remember, these heroism cards can be used as 1 gold, 1 magic, or 1 prowess. And draw another card when you draw heroism. So they're really, really good cards. But you only get them when you defeat monsters. So player 1 gets 1 because there were 2 symbols on that card. Player 2 also gets 1 to their discard pile. So that is really, really excellent. And now, we're still not done. Now that was a quick action attack, so we can still use our action. So player 1 is going to use the merchant. And the merchant says, take a coin. So we take a coin. And how does that work? Well, we just add it to player 1's take a coin pool. He's going to use his explorer. Look at the top card of the traveler deck. You may put it on the bottom. And he's also going to spend 1 coin, which means we can move the top card of the monster deck to the bottom. Going to do both of them. We're going to take that coin we got from the merchant. We are going to take that ghoul that was up and coming. We're going to dump him to the bottom of the monster deck because it just has too many hit points and it's going to cause us too much trouble, I think. So that's what we're doing. And also the top part of the explorer, we're going to look at the top card of the traveler deck. And oh, it's a bum. It's a vagrant. Town infiltrator. A hero may pay 1 gold to remove vagrant from play. You know what? We don't want the vagrant in town. We are going to move him to the bottom of the traveler deck. See ya. That was using the Explorer card. We have one prowess left, which is virtually useless, so we're just going to discard everything. Player 1's done everything they can do. Player 2 now also has a cunning plan with all of his cards. Now, you can only play one action on your turn, so you can either play the Fireball, which is an action, or the Explore action. Explore action was already done by player 1. He's just going to discard that, not really worry about it. He is, however, going to use the Fireball, and he's going to use the villager, the Witch, which is really cool because the Witch can be used for one magic. So we're going to use her one magic ability to power up the Fireball spell. So we take a look here. The Fireball is a ranged hit, so it would do one hit. Well, we're going to power it up, and we're going to add +1 hit. So we use the Witch one magic ability to add +1 hit. So we're going to do a Fireball on the fully healed Reanimator, and we're going to do 2 damage to it instead of 1, and we don't take a wound because it's a ranged attack. So that's our one action. That's going to put 2 damage on our newly shown up Reanimator. Excellent. Taking him out. That still leaves us with 4 prowess to spend, and I think because he's going to be the power-up magic user guy, I've kind of designated him for that. He's going to spend his 4 prowess here. At the bottom, we're going to buy another seal card. So he's got some fireballs, some seals, a couple seals, I think 2 fireballs too. So he's powering up pretty good, and we have the Witch in our village, which is excellent. That now will conclude this episode. So I don't know. Again, I think we're doing okay. We're holding our own. The monsters haven't been coming out too terribly, doing too many bad things to us. So we're holding our own. I think we're doing okay. We're kind of in a holding pattern. I'm kind of waiting for the Shadow Rifts to show up so we can start closing in them with the seals, possibly. We close the 2 Shadow Rifts, we win the game. We have been unsuccessful in really building any of the walls. They're really hard to build. You have to build all 8 of them. I have not been concentrating on building them. Maybe I should, but haven't been. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking my videos. Thumbs up if you do. I really appreciate it. This is Shadow Rift 1st Edition. We are defending the town from the Necromancers. Trying to hold them off. Hoping the Shadow Rifts will show up so we can close them, or possibly building a whole bunch of walls, which we haven't been doing yet. So thanks so much for watching along. Join me next time for the continuation of Shadow Rift.